Hi, I'm Amy, a teacher from Wales. This is Alex, a doctor from Ukraine. We're full-time travelers and remote workers. This week, we're spending 2 days in Valencia, Spain. We take a free bike tour around the city, down the old riverbed, and stopping at the City of Arts and Sciences. And we spend the nights marveling at the most beautiful sunsets and architecture that we've ever seen. Join us for this week's adventure, and if you like it, please subscribe so you don't miss next week. Hello and welcome to Valencia, Spain. We only have 2 days here. We are starting off our first day with a bike tour around the city. We are taking a beautiful walk to get there, but it is very hot. It's about 34 degrees Celsius. I was trying to do the math from Fahrenheit in my head. Anyway, so I will try to record as much as I can safely while on the bike, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, just kidding. We have learned that it is illegal to record any video or photo while you're on your bike here in Valencia. So I will not be doing it on the bike, but I will record while we're stopped to show you what we're looking at.
Yeah, otherwise it's €100 fine if you get caught. No, 50. Either 50 or 100. Either way, too many euros to record.
Yeah, maybe if we were a monetized channel, but we're not, so can't afford it. Okay, so we biked down the old riverbed, which you can see an old bridge there indicating where the water was. And we ended at the City of Arts and Sciences. And this is a cultural and architectural complex in the city. And I know what you're thinking, but no, you cannot swim in that beautiful water, which is very sad.
They finished the last building in 2009. The first building to be built and opened is the hemisphere in front of us.
But anyway, it's made up of several buildings and structures, including the Hemisphere, Museum of Science, Oceanographic Park, and the Opera House, along with a lot of others. But you will need tickets to go to most of it, which we didn't have, but just keep that in mind if you're planning a trip. We just stopped to take a peek inside. What is this called?
The Caja Forum, named after the bank.
I think I got a shot of what this looked like from the outside. So this is what it looks like from the inside.
This reminds me of the Culver Steps.
Oh, in Culver City, yeah. Okay, so next up on our bike ride, we went over to where they do the bullfighting, which is very sad, but apparently a lot of people are against it, so here's hoping that that stops soon. But then we stopped here in the middle of the road. That was kind of scary. Don't recommend. But we made our way to City Hall and all of the beautiful buildings in this square, including the post office, which our tour guide said was his favorite building. Alex actually goes into more detail about all of these buildings tomorrow on his walking tour. We also got to see the silk market, and again, Alex will go more into that tomorrow. And then we made our way over to the Valencia Cathedral. And we love this square as well.
Real small triangular square down on the left.
I will say the city is really bikeable up until we got to this point, but the end of the tour got a little scary biking on the roads, but that's okay. We also got to take a peek at the Pink Basilica. And all in all, we really loved this tour, and our tour guide, Boyan, he was great and we highly recommend. The tour itself was free, but you do have to have your own bike, or you can pay $6 for a bike rental. And usually these free tours, the unspoken agreement is that you tip the guide whatever you think the tour was worth at the end. That's the only way they make money, so keep that in mind if you're booking a free tour in any city. We just finished the tour and we were very hungry, so we immediately came to dinner. This is just the appetizer, and there's still another appetizer coming. We got an unexpected appetizer. We were not anticipating that we would get this, but we did. It's cheesy potatoes. Okay, we've eaten our third appetizer / tapas, and I don't know if we still have one more coming, but we might. But we also have our main meal, which is paella. And dessert. But I am thoroughly stuffed already, so I'm gonna have to power through. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely massive, but it looks incredible. Vegetable paella. Takes 45 minutes to cook, but you know that it's authentic when it takes that long. Well, apparently we weren't that full because we did finish it, but we still have dessert. Oh my gosh. I had told myself that I wasn't gonna have much of dessert, but they just brought this out and it looks so good, so I take it back. And I'm gonna eat it now.
So the bat is the symbol of Valencia because in the 1200s, the bats were awoken in the woods and they warned the city of an attack, not on purpose, but essentially they were attacked, and that's the general, or the king, King James I, who was leading the soldiers at the time.
You only had a few people who owned everything, all the land, and everybody else was dirt poor, like very poor.
So it turns out that this is actually called La Puerta de la Mar, which means the door to the sea, and it is actually a fascist monument to Franco. So they kept it up there as a reminder that fascism is, well, pockets of it's still alive and it can always come back. So that's why they've kept that up. And apparently it's very expensive to bring it down too, but I think mostly the former. So this is the Mercat de Colón, which is a little market with shops and restaurants, and it was actually designed by a guy named Mora, who is a student of Antonio Gaudí, who you may know from Barcelona fame.
From the chufa plant, basically these are tubers, okay? So tubers are pods, if you're unfamiliar.
This is the logo of the Valencian Football Club, and it's a bat. It's the Casa del Toros, which is the bullfighting ring. This is the Estación del Norte, which is the north train station, and the main train station of the city. Looks really cool.
I knew this, but this building you can
City
go in
Hall.
for free. Yeah, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m.
Very beautiful City Hall. This is the post office, which up until a couple years ago was operating, but now is the headquarters for the Postal Union. The sphere at the top of this building actually represents kind of global electrification and connection.
Stay away from the churches if they could. And that is why over 90% of the churches in Valencia survived the bombings. Indoor European market. It's bigger than the one in Barcelona.
This is the Mercato Central, which is the central market. And it is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 to about 2:30. And apparently it's very beautiful inside, and it is also really cool outside. Nice stained glass.
Powerful, very wealthy city.
This is the silk market, where they used to trade silk. Over 500 years old. Really cool.
All over this neighborhood. It's a great little neighborhood.
Street art is really big in Valencia as well.
Built again a little bit in the 16th century.
This is the Tower of Santa Catalina.
It's a very nice. Because, especially with this church,
you'll see €9, €9. And a lot of people turn
Valencian
around and walk
Cathedral.
away. They don't want to see a shirt for €9. It's only €9 if you want to. But when it was a mosque, totally different building. This was the entrance. Something to do with the direction towards Mecca. Even the marble is orange. You have these beautiful Romanesque arches here as well. And this gorgeous pink basilica.
This is the monument to the River Turia, which they have since redirected and made into Park Turia that we biked down yesterday. All right, I just finished my tour. I'm gonna walk around a little bit, try to get some horchata, and then I'm gonna go grab Amy, and we will do a little bit more exploring on our last night. So I heard that this place is one of the oldest horchaterias in Valencia. So we'll see if I can get some. Okay, so I got some takeaway horchata. I'm gonna try it. I got half and half, so I mixed the kind of without sugar and the kind of with sugar. So interesting. Definitely sweet. Glad I got the half and half and not the full sugar. It's interesting. It does taste a little bit nutty. I can see how it could be very refreshing in the summer. I probably wouldn't order it again specifically, but I'm glad I did. This was €370, which I think sounds a little bit expensive, but experience. Some vegan rolls.
Yeah, that's crazy. We have come out for a nighttime walk, which we don't usually do because usually we work at night, but I'm really glad we did because this is so much prettier at night. I don't remember if did we show this on our bike tour?
I don't think so.
We came here on our bike tour and it was really, really pretty, but this is definitely prettier.
What's really cool is that this building is actually new-ish, like, what, less than 50 years old?
Yeah, I think it has it on there, maybe, but
Yeah.
there's a new one and an old one.
It looks just like the old one, which they purposely did. But this is the new one, and it looks like...
I'll show you the old one. It's just over here. They're connected. So the old one faces the cathedral, and it's down here. It's like that side. It looks like all one building, but it's half and half. So this is the old one. You can see like a line down the middle, kind of. And then they've made this new one right here. It looks just like the old one. In fact, when our tour guide asked us which one we thought was which, I said that this was the new one and this was the old one. But they did a really good job. Anyway, let's go see the cathedral all lit up at night. This is all very pretty.
This is the fountain that I was at earlier that is dedicated to La River Turia. The River Turia.
I really like those street lamps. One nice thing about coming out at night is it's definitely not as crowded on these streets. And they're just something so nice about the ambiance. Okay, here's the cathedral at night. It's not lit up like I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought it would be, to be honest, now that I think about it, but it's still very pretty. And the square that it is on is very lively. It is a Friday night, but it's very nice out, great weather. It's beautiful. We have come across some type of rollerblading party in the city. That's fun. There is music happening. Oh yeah, they're singing. Oh, what a night. It's very, very lively out here. We never, maybe. We never come out at night, but did you put money in there? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I tried to do it when it was like loud.
Yeah, that was a good idea. So beautiful and empty and lit up beautifully. It's not that late. We're not out like egregiously late, but it is quite quiet. What is it?
10:45.
10:45. It's past my bedtime. All right, good night, Valencia, and we'll see you next week in whatever country we head to next. Say bye.